right there.
You thought.
And then I learned something. I learned something new too. I don't know. You may be able to confirm this. See, because I didn't know that Dr. H.H. Holmes he's considered like America's first serial killer.
Yeah.
I had always thought that it was Ed Gein, but Ed Gein killed like the 1950s. And but then I was reading something recently, and it said that there was three that he actually inspired. Ed Gein actually inspired the main character for the movie Psycho. He inspired the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, not the Leatherface character, but the house that they used. And he inspired the Buffalo Bill character out of Silence of the Lambs.
No, that one guy, he inspired a lot.
that was a crazy. It was funny because he used to dig up bodies, and he was making a skin suit. That was crazy.
It's so funny, when I used to work the clothing shifts at the grocery store I work at, we would do a serial killer a week. And someone would Google him and print out a fact sheet about him. And still to this day, I mean, granted, that was seriously like 7 years ago when we were doing that. And to this day, I tease my friend Carlson because he wanted a nipple belt. So I still tease him. I'm like, hey, pal, you get that nipple belt yet? Hey, pal, how's it feeling? Comfortable? Oh.
That's so great. That is so great.
And it's even funnier because Carlson is a preacher's son.
Building actual skin suits. We could sell those to pre-op transsexuals so they get the feel of what it's like before they get everything chopped off.
Oh, nice. You know what else we could do? We could extend our porn industry to include people wearing the suits.
Exactly. It could be part of our Guess the Gender series.
Oh my God, that'd be excellent.
You think you're seeing two lesbians? Think again.
Even more intriguing is the fact that Mike took the stand and was subject to questioning by the state, who had listened to over 19 weeks of recorded phone calls from jail. No holds were barred.
You talk about some very disturbing things with Brittany.
Yes, sir.
I mean, you talk about serial killers.
Yes, sir.
You talk about violence.
Yes, sir.
Why?
I was very nervous, leading up to talking to her. I never talked to, a female over the phone. So I didn't know what to talk about. My life as being, incarcerated, it's very mundane. So I tried to think about what could I talk about? What could I, fill the conversation up with? And I knew that she, because the way she reached out to me and, various things she had said in her letters, that she had an interest.
She contacts you because she has a fascination with serial killers. And when she writes you, you tell that she writes you because you're young and she wants to know how your mind works, right?
No, that's not what she wrote to me. She never said that at all.
She's fascinated with gore, right?
I think so.
Just like you.
No.
You don't want to admit what you did was wrong, right?
What I did was wrong.
Oh, today you're saying that.
I've said it for a long time.
Did you ever tell your sister Christina while she was on your list?
No, we were told never to discuss the case.
You never told her.
Well, I was following the advice of my attorney.
How about you tell her now? She's sitting in court.
I had I love you. And I had absolutely no intent to ever do anything to you. I was mad one day. That's all it was. I love you. I'm sorry for what I did to him. And it hurts me how senseless it was because he was always such a good friend to me. And I wanted to apologize to his family, to his mother, and his father, because I didn't always feel this way. I'm not what those calls depict. And so I didn't realize how bad they were.
How'd you muster up those tears?
I feel horrible about what I did.
Yeah, so horrible to say, I may have to stab myself. Even your mother says to you, try and muster up some emotion. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Because as you sit here today, you cry on cue. That's what you do.
Oh, ma'am.
You know what was stupid? What was stupid was you didn't think that I was smart enough to listen to your calls.
The state's experts, though, say if Hernandez is released, he would become another Ted Bundy or Jeffrey Dahmer.
Other testimony included that of a neuropsychologist who said that Mike didn't show authentic remorse and noted only one time that his mother recalled that he cried while incarcerated.
What was he crying about?
He was crying about because his significant other, obviously another male inmate, had been transferred out, and he notes that I still miss him.
Ultimately, the judge heard and weighed all evidence and testimony and was ready to hand down Mike's sentence.
I had to ask myself, how is someone not sickened by a song about cutting someone's throat and watching them die? I aspired to become a serial killer. What I received is truly grotesque. He says on those phone calls he can't understand why so many mass murderers kill themselves before they can enjoy what he called the glory. The defendant, Michael Hernandez, today is essentially the same kind of person he was in 2004. And the prognosis for rehabilitation, frankly, is poor. Life imprisonment without possibility of parole.
Andre, on that hit list, grew up to teach martial arts to children. He wanted a way to help kids feel safe and be able to protect themselves. But after testifying in various hearings related to this case, he found himself law enforcement adjacent. With the guidance of a mentor, he is now a police officer with a beautiful family.
Ecstatic to be a part of the Miami-Dade Police Department and pay forward everything the department has done for me in my life. Through the tragedy that I went through, the department has always been there for me throughout the trials, tribulations. So I'm glad I have an opportunity to pay it forward to the community. And hopefully I see each and every one of you watching this video out there on the street and I can make a difference in your life.
Jaime's parents wrote a book chronicling the tragic end to their bright son's life. Titled From Fighting to Forgiving, Learning to Let Go, it tells how their faith and desire to live a happy remainder of their lives initiated the first thoughts of forgiveness. They continue healing by helping other local parents through the agony of losing a child. 14 years after the murder, in the fall of 2018, a 10-block span of Southwest 164th Street in Palmetto Bay, Florida, was rededicated Jaime Rodrigo Gough Way. Miami-Dade police officer Andre Martin was there to speak about his boyhood friend and leave advice for his community.
Today is not about how this young man passed away, but instead it is a celebration of how he lived and the lasting impression that he made on our community. Jaime Rodrigo Gough was much more than just a great young man with a promising future. He was truly one of a kind. Always leave every place and every person's life a little bit better and brighter than it was when you found it.
Although he fixated on the slightest details of the worst crimes and wanted to know everything about history's worst murderers, Mike Hernandez still told the court at his resentencing hearing a decade after Jaime's murder that he had bright plans for his future if released.
I want to get married. I want to have, kids one day.
One can only imagine that's what Jaime would have wanted for his life, too. Check back again soon for another installment in the Countdown to Halloween Minisode series. But until then, lovelies, don't be scared.